Hi students, 12th standard computer science chapter 7 Python functions. So already we studied user defined functions. Today we are going to learn about anonymous function. In Python, anonymous function is a function that is defined without name. So in anonymous function we are going to define without a name, and then in normal function, that is user defined function or some other functions, we use a keyword def, but in anonymous function we use the keyword lambda. So the another name of anonymous function is called lambda function. The next, some uses of anonymous are lambda function. Here we have two uses. The first one is the lambda function is mostly used for creating a small and one-time anonymous function. So it is used for creating a small function or can use one-time function. And the second uses is lambda functions are mainly used in a combination with the functions are like map, filter and reduce function. So the lambda function is combined with these functions, that is map, filter and reduce function. Next, lambda functions can take any number of arguments and must return only one value in the form of an expression. So it takes many values. It takes many inputs, that is values, and it must return only one value in the form of expression. So it returns one value. Next one is in lambda function we can access only the global variable. In lambda function or anonymous function, we use a variable as a global variable. Now let us see the syntax of anonymous function. So already we know that instead of def keyword we use a keyword lambda, and then after the keyword here we didn't use any function name. Directly we are going to use some arguments, and at last expression any condition. If we want to use any condition we can access. So this is the syntax of lambda or anonymous function. Now let us see the simple example for anonymous function. Sum is equal to, here a function name lambda and argument 1, that is values. Here argument 1 plus argument 2. Next, just we are going to add these two values, argument 1 and argument 2. Now print the sum is okay. So this is the example program. Now let us see the example. Sum is equal to, lambda is a function, it is a anonymous function keyword, and then arguments, we use two arguments. One is argument 1, another one is argument 2. The next they add two arguments, argument 1 and 2. Now print the statement, that is the sum is sum of 30, 40. So here argument 1 value is 30, argument 2 value is 40. And the next example also, argument 1 value is 10, argument 2 value is 50. Now let us see the output of this program. The sum is, what is the value? 3 plus 30 plus 40, 70. Then the sum is 10 plus 50, 60. So this is the output of this program. So in the above example, function that adds the argument 1 with argument 2 and store result in a variable sum. So we can add these two values and store in sum. Return statement. Here already we know that return statement, if we use a return, we didn't mention anything in the return statement, it produces the none result. Now let us see here what is the use of a return statement. The return statement causes a function to exit. So this function is used to exit and return a value to its caller. Okay. Then the points of a function is general, is to take inputs and return something. So it takes some inputs and return something. So something means any output. Next, the return statement is used when a function is ready to return a value to its caller. So when it is ready to return its caller, it can access the return statement. So here we use only one return statement is executed at a time. So we can execute only one return statement. So even though the function contain multiple return statement, if this function is contain a multiple return statement, but the return is executed only one statement, then any number of statements are allowed in function definition. We can access any number of return statement. Any number of return statement, but only one of them is executed at a time. Now let us see the syntax of return statement. Return statement syntax is nothing. Return expression list. So this statement can contain expression which gets evaluated and the value is returned. If there is no expression in the statement or return statement itself, it is not present inside a function, then it displays the result as none object. The next one is a recursive function. Recursive function. So what is recursive function? When a function call itself is called recursion. When a function call itself, so it call automatically itself, okay. Is known as recursion. So the recursion works, it works like a loop statement. Loop, already we know that a loop means it is a continuous process, but sometimes it makes more sensitive when compared to loop. The next one is you can convert any loop to recursion. You can convert any loop. So loop, for, while, whatever it is, we can convert any loop to recursion. Then the next one is a recursive function is called itself, and imagine a process would iterate identically if not stopped by some conditions. The condition that is applied in any recursive function, if we apply any condition in recursive function, that is called base condition. A base condition means it must in every function, recursive function, Otherwise, it will continue to execute like infinite loop. If we didn't use a base condition, it processes the condition infinitely. The next one is overview how recursive function works. Now we are going to see how the recursive function will work. The first one is a recursive function is called by some external code. So it called by some external code. The next, if the base condition is met, then the program gives a meaningful output. If we use a base condition, it gives meaningful output. Then the next point is the function does some required processing and then call itself to continue the recursive. Sometimes the functions call some required processing. Required processing and it call itself to continue the recursion. It call itself to continue the recursion. Now let us see the simple example program for recursive function. Here we use a keyword def and then we are going to find out a factorial number function if n equal to 0. If the n value is 0, it return 1. Else means otherwise, or it return n into fact of n minus 1. So if the condition given number is 0 means it produce 1. If the condition is not true, it return n into fact of n minus 1. Now next, print fact of 0. Next, print fact of 1. Now let us see. First one is a 0. So it comes here. 0 equal to 0. So the condition true. So it produces the result 1. Output is 1. The next, here we use a condition. Here we use a value 5. When it comes here, it compared with 5 equal to 0. Condition not true. So it comes here 5 into 5 minus 1, 4. So 5 factor of 4 means factorial value, that is the answer is 120. So this is the example for recursive function. So today we learned anonymous and recursive function. Thank you, students.